sometimes in life you have to play dumb. It's hashtag the truth. The reason why I say this is because, especially in social interactions with someone maybe envious, jealous, or they hate you for no reason, you didn't do anything to them, they're just rude to you, you have to like just pretend like it's not happening. And this is something that I have not mastered, and I don't think I will ever master it. So who am I to give you this advice? But listen to it anyways. Here's a story time. I had this like internship once, and this one girl like was always so rude to me for no reason. Now looking back on it, it was obviously like envy and jealousy because I did absolutely nothing to her. I should have put her aside and had a conversation with her. I just, ended up not doing it, and I kind of wish I did, but at the same time I'm glad I didn't, and I just like ignored it and kind of played dumb. But I would say good morning, she would say good morning to everybody else, make eye contact with everyone else, pretend that I'm not there. And it was obviously so many other instances, and I spoke to many people about this, like people who were running the position that I was working with for, or we all were working for, and we like never spoke again. Like it was just such a weird experience. It was actually so awful because when you have situations like that where someone is so negative and they're being so rude and they're kind of doing it maliciously to, make sure you feel like you're on the outskirts of the group or the friend group, whatever social interactions that you're in, it's so evil because you're like, why are you treating me like this if I didn't do anything to you? If you only met me for one day, I was polite to you. Why am I getting this? So that's why it's so important to play dumb. Like when people are being passive aggressive, when they're mean to you, when they like, you feel like you have no idea why they're doing what they're doing, you literally just have to ignore it because it's not worth your time. They kind of are playing this weird game where they want you to acknowledge the fact that they're weird, in hopes that like you'll give into it and you'll also like play their little game. Don't play anyone's game. Ignore it and play dumb. Pretend like it doesn't exist. If someone doesn't confront you with something, it does not exist. You should not let these things impact you. Of course, this is easier said than done because, I've obviously been the recipient of this, and it has been so challenging in social interactions where it's like, does nobody else see that this person's being weird? Does nobody else notice it? But in my situation, people did notice it actually and like spoke to me about it, which was so sweet because they know, like, I think people understand, like, people can see good versus bad. And obviously, there's not one person who is like morally, like, fully evil or fully good. Like, it's kind of like a yin yang situation with people. But, like, in these situations where you have people who are like overly mean for no reason, majority of the time you can like other people can spot it as well when they're being passive aggressive or when they're being rude. Any of those things, people can spot that like clockwork. They can spot it immediately, and it makes your life easier because you're not delusional or deranged. But I think all in all, it's very important that when people are doing this, you have to literally just play dumb and honestly ignore it unless you really want to address it. But addressing it isn't even worth it because they might play dumb and they themselves might try to put like a checkmate on you and then say, oh no, like I don't know what you're talking about, like I think you're just being sensitive, knowing that they're deliberately excluding you and pushing you out of like whatever group or like workplace, friendship group, or school environment that you're in. So it's very difficult, but you have to become resilient to these attacks. You have to know that like whatever's happening in that person's personal life is obviously awful for them to be treating you like this. So you have to strive to like really make sure that you have a good network of friends. You have friends at school. You have friends outside of school where you live. You try to have a good connection with your family. You try to have a good connection with your bae, your partner, all of these things, because if you don't have a fulfilling life, you'll become a person who's a hater, naturally a hater. And I know I made a video about not using the word hater, but in this instance, you have to use the word hater because some of these people are like that. They're so insecure. They don't have anything going for them outside of whatever area or environment that you're in, that they have to be a mean, vindictive, evil person, and they have to take their anger out on you because they're so jealous. They don't understand, well, how do you do what you do? Like, they're always confused about that. So it's so important, just play dumb and move on, because it's not even worth your time, because you're going to look back on this person and they're still going to be like this evil, vindictive person, and you're going to be light years ahead, happy, and you didn't even have to put anyone down to receive the success that you received. Have a good night, girls. Comment in the chat box and subscribe. Smash the subscribe button.